Hello, my name is Lisa De Silva, and I am a very proud student of the Lean Fit Coaching Academy. This program has not only changed my body, but it's changed my body and my life forever. And I want to share with you guys how much weight I've lost. But before I do that, I just want to give you a little bit of perspective as to where I was before I actually met Alex. And so before that, I was a stay-at-home mom for about 10 years. And then 3 years ago, I got hired back at my old job. And starting out at that point, I was 175 pounds. I'd already gotten down from 190 after pregnancy and whatnot. So starting out, I was 175 at my old job 3 years ago. And over the last 3 years, I actually was able to get the weight back down to 145, but it's still just kind of plateaued there. Even though I was trying to watch what I was eating, and my job is extremely physical. So got the weight back down to 145 and plateaued. And over the last year, I had a lot of stress come into my life through marital problems. And it did a lot to my mind, not so much my body, because I think I at least was in the right mindset to make sure that I ate well enough to maintain my nutrition and my health physically, but mentally was another story. So in October of 2019, just this last year, the spouse and I decided to separate, and that literally was probably about 2 months prior to actually meeting Alex. And so going through those ups and downs of a marriage and trying to repair it just kind of left me extremely anxious, left me nauseated at times. I had to leave work a lot. I missed a lot of work because of the induced anxiety of, oh my God, my marriage is ending and I don't know what I did wrong. How could I not be good enough? All those kind of negative thoughts that you think when you're going through something like that. And I honestly just felt powerless to change what was going to be inevitable. But during the summer last year, I was already in some sort of shift. I honestly don't know what it was. I think it was just my mind was becoming a little bit more clear, and I was beginning to accept the reality that my marriage was ending and that I really needed to take care of my mental health so that I'd be able to provide for my 2 boys. And at this point, I was, already in a decent mindset. I had some plans on moving forward, but not really thinking of my health and the next step. I was just kind of going with the flow of life at the time. And, going through those shifts and just kind of paying attention to little things here and there, I've become a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and that certain people are placed in your life. And they're either going to be placed in your life to teach you a lesson. Could be good, could be bad, but teach a lesson, or to help guide you on a different path. And then that was when I met Alex. So he actually friended me a while back through a friend of a friend. And I have to say that I really loved the content that he provided, because to me it was raw, it was genuine. He just kind of really gave you the nitty gritty of where you are, but also would give his professional and his educated information about why things may not be working out for you the way that you had planned or you would like them to go, right? Because we sometimes just get stuck in a rut, and sometimes you just need to be, reminded that there's more to life than just being sad and negative, right? So we ended up having a really great call because I had just commented on one of his posts, and we just kind of texted for a little bit, and then we got on the call. And I have to say, it was such an amazing call. And we literally talked about everything from like mindset to eating habits to manifestation, how I grew up as a child, to positivity, to, changing, your life so that you have these amazing habits that are just going to enrich you as a person and enrich your life altogether. So, of course, I knew this was kind of leading up to something, and then there it was. I'm sorry, how much? I mean, at this point, I really was essentially, I'm just starting my life over again. And I know, I had a lot of debt. I had absolutely no savings because we were going through financial problems. And I think that was a lot of that had to do, or, kind of lead to that marital problems. So a lot of debt, no savings whatsoever, had absolutely no money. And now I've got to start thinking about saving money to, move to a new place, rent a new place for me and my boys and myself. And then, I really was in no position to take on something like this. One, because of the cost, but at the same time, I felt like I had so much going on in my life that I wasn't sure that I'd be able to really dedicate the time to really sit down and look at my calories and count my macros and all these kinds of things that Alex had planned for me. And I couldn't justify the cost. I really couldn't, because my mind was more, I need money to save for a place for my boys. So anyways, in no position to take in anything on like this, but I already knew that my body was capable. And I knew in my heart that my life will be a result of the choices that I make. And if I didn't jump in, I knew that I would be sorry. I'd still be, at times sitting there thinking, I'm so self-conscious, I'm not good enough, or I would still be down on myself, or I'd still be beating myself up in the mirror, just nitpicking at things that I didn't think were, attractive, or the very worst, I'd still be hurting on the inside and just not let anybody know. And the more I had these thoughts of stillness and not moving forward, I realized that, we're not meant to be still. I don't want to be still. I want to live, I want to be able to thrive, and I want to be able to explore the world with my boys, And so at that point, it was just like, yes, let's do it. Why not? There comes a time when you have to really know in your heart when you're ready to jump. And sometimes it may scare the hell out of you, but it'd be the best jump of your life. I'm not going to lie. So, in the end there, I said yes, right? My life, my choices. And I chose to be free of all the negativity that I have going on in my life, right? So the first month that I actually had with Alex was a bit of a struggle. It was December, work was crazy with overtime and, like 10-hour days, and then trying to get an hour workout and then do my meal prep and spend time with my boys and somehow make it to bed on time to get enough sleep for the next day. It was a pretty brutal month to start off. I was only able to get in a couple of workouts a week, but the fact that I did it, I got started, was motivation enough to really keep going and to really sit down and focus on everything else, on all the plans that Alex had for me, whether it be workout routine or, restricting my calories for a time and then slowly bumping it up. Like this kid knows what he's talking about. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, he's phenomenal. And then after December, thank God the holidays went through, I wasn't going to deny myself. And I'm not going to lie, I did go up a little bit in weight, but I knew that a lot of that was actually my body's just changing. I lost some inches, but I also gained some lean muscle during that time, which was great to actually start seeing the definition after, I made a few changes here and there, add a little bit more protein, add a little bit more calories. Maybe bump the workouts out to 4 or 5 days a week, see what you can handle, what you can manage, and kind of go from there. So at the end of it, I would have to say that in the beginning, my weight did fluctuate, like I said, anywhere from 5 to 7 pounds from my starting weight. But then come March, I really, was really hunkering down, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to make this happen, because Alex and I just have really great talks when we do our weekly check-ins, and it's pretty amazing to have somebody in your corner supporting you and cheering you on and saying, you know what, I bet you could do a little bit more. Why don't you give it a shot, Because sometimes, actually I would have to just say, I haven't had a lot of that over the last few years, just support or recognition, appreciation for the effort that I put in, and Alex sees all of that in you. Like, it's amazing. You guys are gonna love him, I swear to God. So by the end of that, I would say in March was probably like mid-March was when I actually hit my goal weight. I had entered this not really expecting to lose much weight because I felt like my body was kind of really where it was going to be, but I did want to get a little bit more definition, and if I hit my goal weight, great. But I also knew going in that I would put on muscle mass because I was looking to just tighten up and define. And so that happened 5 months into my 6-month program with Alex. So that was just phenomenal in itself that I could accomplish that, not on my own, but with the support of someone who knows what he's talking about, who designs a plan in regards to what your goals are and what you want to accomplish. If you want to lose the weight, he'll make that happen. If you want to put on some weight, he'll make that happen too. But me, I'm just like, I just want to tighten up and define, and it's happening. And it's pretty damn amazing. And so I honestly am pretty shocked sometimes when I wake up in the morning or I catch myself in the mirror and I just think, I'm like, that's my body. I cannot believe this is my body. That's pretty amazing to have my body in the best shape of my life, just by jumping in, you know. It's amazing what you can accomplish when you have your mindset in the right frame. And Alex will help you get there for sure, because a lot of transforming your health really has to do with transforming your mindset and getting yourself in such a good state of mind that you feel powerful, that you're empowered to do these things. You want to try, you want to do more, and you want to succeed because you know you can, but there's also somebody there telling you you're amazing, you can do this. Just don't give up. And you don't give up. You just keep going. So I did make the priority to put myself first. And I know I had it in me to put the work in, but it is something else to have the support of someone who truly wants you to live your best life. And I truly believe that all these changes that I made are absolutely 100% sustainable and will help me keep the weight off, because now these are new learned behaviors that I have, and that they're not going away because I'm absolutely loving my life right now. Things are fantastic. And I honestly can't say enough about how my life has changed since meeting Alex. I'm thriving right now because Alex believes in me, and he's helped me change my mindset and shift even more, if that's possible. You're gonna go through shifts, and it's pretty amazing once you actually realize what's happening to you is pretty incredible, and it's because this guy is helping you out. So in addition to all of this, I have also met some pretty amazing people in this community that Alex has actually built and he's nurtured, and he's given us cause to really think with gratitude for the people that we meet. In this community, you're going to have a lot of like-minded people, and that's exactly what you want to have when you're going through these types of changes. You want to have people that are going to be there to support you, to cheer you on, just to say, hey, you look amazing, keep going at it, you're going to be fantastic, right? And I am truly, truly grateful for every single one of them that I've met within the community here. And, it's pretty amazing when we're all able to contribute something, and on some level, and I'm grateful for every single one of them within the community. Now, if this is going to get a little real here, if you're already here, it's because deep down you know in your heart, in your soul, that you want to change. You know you're unhappy for some reason, but you also know that you want to transform yourself, you want to transform your life, and you really, really want to transform your mindset, because negativity is not something you want to live with at all. Now, having done myself a few different programs, you sign up, you put in a little bit of effort, you don't really focus because you don't really have anyone in the background there going, hey, you got this, right? I would definitely say that you know, this program that Alex puts together for you it's going to do wonders for your life, and it's going to do wonders for your mindset, and it's going to do wonders for your heart, because you're going to be able to look at yourself in the mirror and say, I made it. I'm good enough, and I'm going to continue this life because we were meant to live on this planet. You know, we were really just meant to enjoy everything that was, you know, put on this earth for us to enjoy. And part of being put on this earth is, you know, us, right? So if I gotta tell you, like, there's you're gonna feel something else when you finally say yes and you jump in, because it's gonna change your life, and you're gonna be so thankful in so many ways that your heart will just be exploding. It'll be amazing. And I want you to know that when you say yes, I will be meeting you on the inside with everyone else, and we're going to be there to support you and cheer you on, because you have to know that you are more than good enough to live the life that you deserve and that you dream of. And Alex is going to help you get there. So I really hope that you have the courage and, you know, take some pride in yourself. You are definitely worth everything you've ever wanted, and you can get it, and Alex will help you get there. Okay? And I just want to say to Alex, now, I may or may not, but we'll see. I have to tell you that I absolutely love how the universe worked its magic in placing you in my life. I think you were honestly meant to help guide me on a new path, you know, a new journey of self-discovery and, you know, self-love. I don't think I've ever been happier with myself, because I feel much more whole, because I know that you're there supporting me and that you see in me something that I never saw before. So I wanted to tell you thank you for that. I'm honestly and forever changed because of you. And I wanted to thank you for rekindling my spark, and I can't wait to see what more you have in store for myself and for the rest of the group. So a big, huge thank you to Alex, and a big, huge welcome to you guys. When you come in, I will see you there. So go ahead, jump. You won't regret it.